Have you been told all your life that the only way to succeed is to work harder, longer, and faster than everyone else? That if you're not hustling 24/7, you're falling behind? Well, what if I told you that's a lie? What if I told you that working less could actually make you more successful in business, in your career, and in your personal life? Today, on a One Motive TV, we're going to break one of the biggest myths about success. And once you hear this, you'll never look at work the same way again. So stay with me until the end, because the final tip I'm going to share has the power to completely change your life. We live in a world that glorifies hustle. Sleep is for the weak. Work until your eyes bleed. Social media is filled with people bragging about working 16 hours a day. But here's the truth. Working more hours does not automatically mean you'll achieve more success. In fact, in many cases, the harder you grind without rest, the more mistakes you make, the more opportunities you miss, and the more your creativity suffers. And here's the worst part. You burn out. You lose your passion. You lose the reason you started in the first place. Successful people understand something most people don't. It's not about the number of hours you put in. It's about the value you create in the hours you work. That's why millionaires, entrepreneurs, and top performers often work fewer hours than the average person. But they work with extreme focus and clarity. They know their priorities. They cut out distractions. They spend their time on high-value actions that produce the biggest results. Take Warren Buffett, for example, one of the richest men in the world. He doesn't fill his day with endless meetings or non-stop busy work. He spends most of his time thinking, reading, and making a few high-quality decisions. That's it. Or look at Tim Ferriss, the author of The 4-Hour Workweek. He built systems that allowed him to earn more while working less, freeing up his time for the things that matter most. These people understand that your energy, your focus, and your creativity are your most valuable resources, not your ability to sit at a desk for 12 hours straight. When you give yourself more rest, more free time, and more space to think, you actually become more productive. Your brain processes ideas better. You make smarter decisions. You have the energy to execute at a higher level. Think about it. When was the last time you came up with your best idea? Was it at the end of an exhausting 14-hour workday? Or was it during a quiet walk, a relaxing shower, or a peaceful weekend? The mind needs rest to perform at its best. So how can you start working less while achieving more? Let's break it down. First, identify your highest value tasks. Focus on the 20% of actions that bring 80% of your results. Second, cut the noise. Limit distractions like unnecessary meetings, constant phone notifications, and low-priority tasks. Third, set boundaries. Define your work hours and protect your rest time like your life depends on it. Fourth, automate and delegate. Don't try to do everything yourself. Use tools, systems, and people to free up your time. And fifth, invest in your mind and body. Exercise, sleep, and learn. These are not time wasters. They are success multipliers. The shift you need to make is this. Stop measuring success by hours worked and start measuring it by the impact you create. Ask yourself daily, am I doing what matters most right now? If the answer is yes, then you're already ahead of the game. So here's your challenge. Starting today, I want you to work less on the things that don't matter and work smarter on the things that do. Protect your time, protect your energy, because life isn't about who works the longest. It's about who works the wisest. And remember this, the goal is not just to build a successful career, but to build a successful life. This is a One Motive TV, and if this message inspired you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more motivational truths, and always remember, work smart, live more, and success will follow.